Hey guys, welcome back to the video. It's your boy Moku. The gamers are really upset about this, about GTA, and also the Steam prices are up the roof. Let's go ahead and hop into this one.
Rockstar Games is going all out. We're starting to learn a lot about Grand Theft Auto 6. We talked extensively about some of the new stuff in a separate video, but there is some bad. We're going to get into that, but it is worth mentioning that PlayStation also is now starting to flaunt their partnership with Rockstar Games, so much so that they gave a
They're trying to get you to buy that GTA. They're trying to get you to buy that PS5 Plus. You know, that Pro version. You know,
little technical blog talking about some of the enhancements that will be felt for the PlayStation version of the game. They even said that Grand Theft Auto 6 will be leveraging the PS5's ultra high-speed SSD, enabling you to experience the expansive world of Leonida with near instant load times. And if
you're not gonna lie to me, bro, you're not gonna lie that you will go buy a PS, the new PS with oh my god, I can't even get my words out. The PlayStation shit, the PlayStation. If it does, for some people, they're not gonna get it because what the fuck, like nigga, that's like that shit is suspended. It's like, oh my god.
Should go to the pre-order page now. They even have their own little plays best on PlayStation 5 badge talking about, again, some of their innovative features, haptic feedback, Tempest 3D audio, and integrated speakers. So like I said, we're starting to learn a lot about Grand Theft Auto 6. And yes, pre-orders are now underway. They have gone live first in New Zealand, and we did find out that the PlayStation 5 Pro, it is going to be having enhanced features, so that is now confirmed. But it's not all good because alongside this pre-order announcement, we did learn pricing. And it really is important to understand this gaming industry already had...
I bet it's gonna be like $100. It's gonna be a $100 up to $60. That's why we was talking about this yesterday. Me and my boy Sage was talking about this. We already know the price is gonna be high up the roof. People are gonna still pay for it, and some PC players or we're not gonna be able to play. I think I heard of that we got to wait till one more, wait for next year to get the game, if I'm correct. So
an assessment of what they wanted Grand Theft Auto 6 to cost. We've talked extensively about this on the channel, but a lot of different analysts, Wall Street morons, I'm just going to say it like that, and even some gaming executives have all said that Grand Theft Auto 6 needs to set a new standard in pricing. We've heard a lot of wild figures, some saying it needs to be as much as 100 to allow other publishers to rise
No.
prices. And even a Bank of America analyst just about a month or so ago said that the game would need to cost $80 so the industry can raise prices.
Look there. We don't need no price increase, okay? If you set that to $80, there are gonna be bad games out here trying to set their shelf for $80, and still, let's be honest, the WoW games, nobody gonna buy them. If you do that, nobody can afford games anyway. Some of us playing old games, or we just spending $20 on, on games that go on sale. Let's be honest, I'm a casual nigga. Of course, that's what I do. Shit.
This analyst specifically said, we also heard from attendees that the industry, which is perceived as struggling, would have difficulty selling games for $80 if GTA 6 came out at $70. We think it's in Take-Two's self-interest as a publisher and partner to many developers to raise the price point for the industry.
I just thought about something. I said, bro, niggas, if they do come for $80, niggas going, GTA fans and shit like that, they're gonna be going their ass off, boy. You gonna be having DoorDash delivery fast as fuck, trying to make up that $80, boy.
Which, well, they did. Yeah. GTA 6 price finally confirmed. Features a single-player experience at launch. Rockstar said GTA 6 costs $80 across PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, confirming a $10 jump from the standard $70 we've seen this generation. The only other, I think, the only other publisher that really took...
See, it was nothing new. It already went up. It ain't nothing new. It was gonna be $80 or go up to $100. It was gonna be one of those thin lines of what it was gonna be, and yeah. Are you guys are you gonna get the game, or you a PC guy? You can't get the game. I can't get it till next year. But hey, is the price cool with you, or do you not care if it's $80? You can afford it, or nah? I'm waiting for Christmas or where the hell. You still gotta wait for Christmas. That's what I think this one coming out. It's coming out my birthday month.
Price is up to 80 was Nintendo with Super Mario last summer. Xbox infamously was going to try that with the Outer Worlds 2, but backed off last second. And I think they were also going to do that with all releases moving forward, but chose not to. I'm very curious to see how this industry reacts. I understand a lot of people will comment saying, well, Grand Theft Auto 6 is the only game I would pay 80. Guess what? The industry, especially those sports games, they've been waiting for this opportunity. And GTA 6 might just be the game that finally brings the entire industry up. The Ultimate Edition, though, will be...
This is like the biggest game that everybody have been waiting on. Everybody been waiting on this game. These other companies, hey, if they raise the prices up, they raise the prices up to $100. We can raise the prices up too. We can do what they do. It's like somebody. It's like, you know, the GTA Rockstar do it first and say we gotta wait on them. And if we can do it, we can do it too. And what's gonna happen? People are not gonna buy your game because who the hell is gonna spend $80? Nigga, if you can at least feed your family. It's hard enough that groceries are going, you know, groceries up, gas is up, and the rent is up. Like
costing $20 more, priced at $100. Kind of typical. It was like that during the Red Dead Redemption days, and a lot of the content.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit look bad. I had to comment on that. That car looks nice. God damn. Shoo, my boy.
And within that, Ultimate Edition is catching some eyes we're going to get into in a second. But
wonderful job on the mail.
Did hear some analysts, some people already upset that the price wasn't high enough. Like this specific analyst said, Take-Two fumbled the bag. They should have set pricing at $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't even know what to say to that, but there are analysts literally upset that this game doesn't cost even more. But the big topic that a lot of people are talking about, this is kind of the big surprise, it is that the physical copies of GTA 6 will just be a code in a box with no disc at launch.
Ooh. Maybe hold up. Maybe they're trying to, now I don't know. Maybe they're trying to save money somewhere. Maybe they're just trying to, I stop selling CDs. They're trying to make games that, well, to be physically, they're trying to make it less that you don't own anything, or they're just trying to save money. It's one of those two options. It's one of those two options.
A lot of people have been saying that this is probably just because of leaks, although Crimson Desert a couple of months ago introduced a way of still having discs and, you know, maintaining that people can't have access to the game. So there is a way to do that without, you know, having leaks all over the internet, but maybe Rockstar Games is playing it safe, or maybe this game is like 250 gigabytes. If people remember, Red Dead Redemption 2, it was on discs, but I believe it was 2 discs that were needed.
Bro, so I heard this shit's gonna be about 300 gigabytes. I'm just like, bro, 300 gigabytes, and I ain't gonna lie, 500 is not gonna cut it, my boy. 500, you're gonna need a terabyte.
Maybe Grand Theft Auto 6 is that big. We just don't know. There's a lot that we don't know about this game. But no matter what, I said this last video, I am so disappointed by this. I'm a big fan of physical media and such. I mean, look at my,
because it's a collectible, bro. That's the thing. Hey, you can always carry that physical disc because you own it. You know, it's like, it's nothing fake, you know. It's like you putting on, like, you know, you go to Steam or wherever the hell store you go to, type in the code, you buy the game. Yeah, you don't own the game, you're renting it. You're renting the game for a split of my time. You get banned, your stuff gone, but the CD copy that you got it forever. You got it forever. You can always slide it in your game, whatever, whenever time you want.
I got this in the background, as you can see, with a lot of other Red Dead Redemption 2 physical media, and even Grand Theft Auto on the other shelf on the other side. I am super disappointed. Some people believe that down the road they're going to add discs and such. I don't think that is. Why would they do that at launch and then just change their minds afterwards?
See, you're definitely right on that one. They're not gonna bring no CD version of the game. They already decided. He said, hey, we're not gonna do that. Let's go ahead and just do digital.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Money.
Maybe there'll be a special edition that they release, because there is no collector's edition that was announced yet. Maybe that's probably going to come later in the summer, I assume. But right now,
bro, I'm gonna be the guy to actually say this, bro. God damn, this shit looks fucking good. It's super good. Damn, look at the hair.
There is no disc. It's just going to be a code in a box, which does need to be mentioned. This is a thing that Take-Two Interactive, they own other companies like 2K Games. They do that with the.
If you, oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry for pausing, but if you will like the video and subscribe, my goal for the week is to gain 1 subscriber and 1 like, please, and also comment. Does help the video out. Catch you later. Not catch you later, but
they have a track record of doing this.
I'll play.
And unfortunately, it does seem like in this digital age in which like 80-90% of purchases are now all digital when it comes to games, that's just a lot of publishers are wanting to fade that out because that is an extra cost that they don't want to deal with. But at the very least, there still is a physical version, quote unquote. You'll probably get maybe a like a little map like they usually do, some goodies and stuff. But
oh yeah, I remember those, bro. I remember those back in the day. You used to buy GTA. They used to give you a map that you can map the whole thing. You used to have it on the wall. I used to have one, but I don't have it anymore because we moved so many times.
Empty, without a disc. Now there has been some other people again saying that they're probably just doing this for leaks. This is Gilly YT YouTuber covering Grand Theft Auto said the game being no disc and only download code for its physical copies will likely make gameplay leaks for GTA 6 before launch much less of an issue. Probably why they decided to go that route, which is possible. It is possible. It has been said though, like Rockstar Games isn't actually giving out review copies. Like reviewers are going to have to come to them in a special place and be supervised as they play the game. So it seems like they're going all out with making sure that this game is not leaked at all. Red Dead Redemption 2 infamously had some massive leaks before launch, so curious maybe if there's a mindset that they don't want people to be spoiled, especially with there being like a 13-year wait for this game. This is one of the biggest releases of all time, probably the biggest release of all time, and they understand the pressure that they have to get this right. But it is really weird because a couple of months ago Take-Two Interactive actually responded to a rumor related to this. It was specifically this. It was a rumor saying that, well, they were asked by I think Variety, like, hey, will GTA 6 be skipping a physical launch? Is there going to be physical discs? And Take-Two CEO said that's not the plan. There is going to be a physical launch, although again it's that keyword, there is a physical launch, but physical discs I guess is a different conversation. And the rumor was back in January from a Polish outlet saying we're getting more and more information that the box version will not be released simultaneously with the digital version to prevent
so they're delaying the they're delaying the CD version of the game. They're just bringing the digital version out so they can maybe to stop leaking.
Leaks. And Strauss-Zelnick said that was not true, although he never really specifically said that there will be discs, just that there will be a physical launch, which technically there is. But the reactions have been as you expect. There's a lot of disappointment in the air, some outrage, somebody saying, well,
bro, GTA know what they're doing, bro. GTA know what they doing. When you look at that shit and you look at couples and stuff like that, hey man, GTA know how they do it, bro. They got baddies. They got baddies and everything, man. Hey, they try to bring the whole world together, bro. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, when I think about this, when I see GTA, you know, the main characters of GTA, it actually shows you that GTA actually looks out into the world, what's going on. You got people, man hating women, you know, it's both sides, and you got women hating man. And why not we just put 2 characters show them together, they working together, they're getting over challenges and stuff like that. I actually found this a really good idea.
Industry is over. Another user, Manabyte, says if the biggest game of the decade isn't shipping a disc release, that should tell you where things are going. Another user saying, have Rockstar just killed future physical disc game releases? GTA 6 will only come with a download code. The type of release could easily catch on to other publishers.
Well, let's be honest. So, you know, some people, right? When I was like, let's say like 14, your parents didn't want to buy you a game. You was like, you know what? I'm just going to go buy the digital version and play the game. And now you look at it now, they say, hey, fuck the CD. We can save some money paying these companies. I wonder how much the money do they actually save. I wonder.
next year. Maybe it saves from disc producing costs. Who knows? But the worry is not only rising game prices, but we could quickly be moving into a reality where no matter what type of gamer you are, it is vital to have internet connectivity with it, super fast internet speeds to download games. Furthermore, the magic of keeping a physical game fades away, and that is definitely a very big fear with this news. You know, this is the biggest game of all time, and making this move does attract reactions from the industry. And another user saying, I honestly think I'd rather just spend my vacation playing Ocarina of Time remake. This digital only shit killed my hype really fast. Thank you. Another reaction saying, disturbing news. Rockstar seemingly confirmed that the potentially biggest entertainment release of the year will be treated as a throwaway consumable. And then they also followed up saying, Rockstar rakes in.
Let's actually get the bad situation that I'm gonna say about this. Right? Say if all this shit goes away, you know, the internet goes down for like, you know, 3 or 4 months, and you just, and you know, something happens, your computer or wherever the hell console fucks up, you have to delete everything off your game, you cannot sign on to the internet. This is the worst thing of ever to do, is to don't make a CD version of a game. Like, bro, if the, you know, I'm gonna make more examples, right? Say if the zombie apocalypse, you know, you have a base underground and you still got lights and stuff like that, but you want to play GTA 5, you know, GTA 6, and you want to slide the CD in, but hey, you forgot, you need the internet. You need the internet to download the damn game.
Billions with GTA Online, still too cheap to do a physical release for GTA 6, still filled to the brim with extra monetization, lobbies against preservation, customer rights via the Entertainment Software Association. This is what politicians suggest should be left to self-regulation. Yeah, a lot of reactions coming in, a lot of outrage related just to that point. But then there's the other side of this, because the Ultimate Edition was announced. That's the $100 version, and the contents within that is also stirring up a conversation. It's similar to one that happened with Red Dead Redemption 2 a couple of years, well now 8 years ago, in which they locked away missions and some content. And paywalling content is a big no-no in this video game industry. Rockstar Games got away with it back then, and they are seemingly doing it again. Obviously, mixed reactions here. Some people believe it's one.
So, yeah, to be honest, I think that's how they make their money, you know? Because, like, if you play GTA, they have shark cards in the game. You know, they bring out missions and stuff like that, and they bring out new vehicles. Your character be broke as hell. You're going to have to buy shark cards, or you're going to figure out a way, you know. You may figure out a glitch or two, because we used to pull them all the time, baby. If you know.
Some people believe it sets a dangerous standard moving forward for this industry. Now,
yeah, indeed.
Of course, we have some of the cosmetics and such. You have some vehicles and outfits and such of the characters. That's whatever. It's the fact that there is certain stores and such and side missions that are locked away, and a lot of people are very upset about that. As Insider Gaming points out, GTA 6 locks 5 single-player stores behind $100 price tag, and the 5 GTA stores are exclusive to the Ultimate Edition. They say Rideout Customs, a mod shop which transforms vanilla vehicles into magnificent works of art with detailed interiors. Sarah's Unisex Salon, hair salon, get signature salon styles for both Jason and Lucia. Stock 305, a clothing.
I'm gonna ask the serious question: why? Why would you lock this away? Why would you lock this away?
Store style, various unique and exclusive looks for Jason and Lucia at this premier destination for elevated streetwear. Electric Fang Tattoo, a tattoo shop, Stockyard's most iconic ink bar with over 50 signature tattoos. And One-Eyed Willie's mod shop. This mod shop in Lake Leonida specializes in off-road modifications and hand-painted automotive artistry. Those are all exclusive to the Ultimate Edition. Now, it's very obvious there's going to be other mod shops, other hair salons, other clothing stores, other tattoo shops that you can find in the open world. That's a given. It's just these specific locations will be exclusive to the Ultimate Edition, which is, again, a $100 purchase of Grand Theft Auto 6, and a lot of people do not like that. They do not like the paywalled content, and I think it's understandable. There was outrage 8 years ago when Red Dead Redemption 2 did that with some of its content, and here it is again. But yes, there is obviously vehicles, there's other content and such. They want people buying the $100 edition. It's just a mashup of all kinds of stuff. There's also weapons and such that they detailed. We talked extensively in the last video about it, but
That looked pretty cool.
here's the Electric Fang tattoo shop, and again, they give some screenshots to give you a good idea of what will be featured there, along with details. And then One-Eyed Willie's, the mod shop that we just talked about a second ago. But this is where things get a little bit more interesting, because there is exclusive side missions, and this is
You know, I had to do that face real quick. Like, really, nigga? Really? Exclusive side missions in GTA? What?
a gang compound. PTT Youngins, a legal goods store, raid the compound of one of Southside Vice City's loudest and most socially active gangs and escape safely to secure some exclusive items in distinct contraband. This is exclusive to the Ultimate Edition. That is the first side mission. There is also this one. Classic Car Collection, Special Commission, track down a variety.
Bro. Look at this fucking dude, bro. Look at my nigga, bro. Hey, my boy Renite. I'm gonna say the reincarnated SpongeBob boy, or Patrick. Or Patrick. He like
variety of abandoned classic and work in progress project cars and revitalize them to their former glory in this special commission from eccentric collector and local fixer Y-Man. So yeah, there's been, I'm guessing these vehicles are some of the examples.
I bet he's gonna be in the country.
You can find, and
I bet he
exclusive to this Ultimate Edition, and people are pissed about this. A lot of people do not like this being set as the standard.
Yeah,
and a lot of publishers and such have kind of, it's kind of become the norm where you have the $70 edition, and then if you want early access, other content and such, you're paying more. Fortunately, here there is no.
I'm surprised they ain't make that shit 160. That's what I'm surprised for. You know, and then they have the $80 version. I thought it was gonna be 160, and it was going. Everybody was gonna be mad about that one, and I'm still mad a little bit about this because hey, I'm not mad about it because I can't play the game. if I'm correct, nigga can't play the game until a couple months later for PC, but
early access. But there is a boatload of content because they want people spending that $100. And some of the reactions we have, again, somebody pointing out the fact that there is an exclusive mission and the fact that they are going to buy the $100 version because of it. Another person saying,
it's the thing though. That's the thing. I'm gonna say this too. A lot of people are gonna buy the $100 version, but you have some other people, like if they have the money, they're gonna buy the version of the game.
GTA 6 paywalling semi-interesting single-player content in shops is absolute dog shit. One of the many reasons I have zero hype for this game. Another user saying Take-Two charging 100 smacks for an Ultimate Edition that includes entire shops, knowing that people are going to fork out for it. Yes, that is very true.
Yeah, you know, people are gonna fork over it. I'm gonna tell you this. If people play Call of Duty, I'm gonna make an example of this. I'm trying to make an example of it. People play Call of Duty and they'll spend like $150, you know, $150 on the game, and the game goes
having stores locked behind the Ultimate Edition in a single-player game is definitely a choice, and that's a viral post. Another user says Grand Theft Auto 6 is essentially priced $100. It is. This is, if you want the full version of this game, it is $100.
It's
the game's main
$1.
attraction is those customizations, which are featured in the Ultimate Edition. So it feels like the $80 is made for the optics of not jumping too high in price, but the real experience is the $100. Another user saying locking physical stores feels kinda stinky for Ultimate Edition thing. For individual like clothing or weapon skins, it's whatever, but for example, it feels lame to lock the GTA 6 equivalent of Benny's behind it and its off-road counterpart. And somebody even pointing out the generosity of Ubisoft, which I don't know.
Junior actually in Far Cry 6. Bro, wow. Oh my god.
Pointing at Ubisoft and their content versus
Did I fuck up my own headphones?
Not really a comparison I would make. But yes, this user does point out the fact that the Game of the Year edition of Far Cry 6 had just tons of content, season pass, DLC, just a lot of extras.
You got a lot. You got a lot of extra stuff from that. Like But
So yeah, a lot of people are very upset, and this is one of those things that I just knew immediately when it was announced, and I kind of had assumed it was on the way. I knew there was going to be outrage, and it certainly is being said, and it's very, very loud on social media right now. But it is interesting though, because Grand Theft Auto 6, the single player side, Rockstar Games is detailing right now. Seems like the online though, which we're starting to get some little limited information, that might not be coming anytime soon. This is the last big nugget of information I wanted to talk about.
whoa, 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 whoa. You said what now? That's the biggest thing. That is the biggest thing for GTA. It's this online play. If that
is, it seems like GTA 6 Online, who knows when it's coming? It could be early 2027. But this is the big news. It's the fact that Rockstar Games confirmed Grand Theft Auto 6 features a single-player experience at launch, with no word yet on a new version of GTA Online. Man, I am stuttering throughout this video and losing my words. But
you're good, bro.
It does need to be said that Red Dead Redemption 2 did something similar. People may not remember it, but it came out a couple of weeks after the base game experience, and it had some issues, and it went through a beta phase that lasted about 6 months, and they ended up selling microtransactions, I think, halfway through, and it really was just once it exited beta, it was still the same thing. There was no extensive amount of new content and such. So I'm thinking they're probably going to do the same thing with Grand Theft Auto 6 Online, but it is interesting that they are wording this, that this is a separate experience. This is not the same. Some people have been questioning, is GTA Online just going to transform into GTA 6, or are people going to be flying over like in the in-game universe and such and bringing their characters? We don't really know what Rockstar Games has planned here. We just know it's going to be an extensive undertaking, and
that would be cool if your character flies over and stuff, but yeah, it also would be cool. You just universe your character over there, but at the same time, they might not do that. It might just have everybody start over from zero. It's kind of better that way, but it's cool.
The game is going to be launching November 19th, Grand Theft Auto 6. I guess we can assume that either early December or early 2027, we are getting the game. And it is interesting, if you actually go to the PlayStation page, the pre-order page for Grand Theft Auto 6, and it's actually one of the questions on their frequently asked questions section. And it says, specifically, does Grand Theft Auto 6 have any multiplayer modes or features?
My boy, somebody actually is going to play the PS4. And that's a good conversation that somebody need to talk about. All that hard, all the people that I think it's like over, I don't know the exact number, but a billion, or probably a billion PlayStation, or millions, or I don't know what's in the number. But what do they do with that hardware? The stuff just been used. It be sitting on the shelves. I'm glad the modders and stuff, making good use of it.
Here's the kicker. Grand Theft Auto 6 is a single player experience, no details at all. So I think right now, I think it's safe to say there is a non-zero chance that this is probably
best the way, guys,
coming in 2027. It might be, maybe late December, but at the very least, it definitely sounds like Rockstar Games is still ironing out plans, and they really are just focused right now on the main game launch of Grand Theft Auto 6, that single player component. And I'm very curious, because I think the last couple of, even GTA Online all the way back in 2013, a lot of people may not remember this because maybe they're too young, or maybe they had other things going on, but that was a nightmarish launch. The amount of people trying to log in, those servers were a disaster for the first couple of weeks. And I think there wasn't that much content.
I don't remember that at all.
I definitely think that with the pressure that is going to be on this title specifically, just GTA Online, they know they have to get this right, and they also know that this has to be something monumental. And having Grand Theft Auto 6 come out, have a fantastic single-player component, and then get people excited for the online, that kind of seems like the logical move, similar to what they did, again, with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a mixture of emotions in the air right now with Grand Theft Auto 6.
It definitely
a lot of people
is
upset over the $80 price tag. A lot of people upset with the paywalling of content with the Ultimate Edition and some of the other stuff on.
That shit is crazy, bro. Locking away a customized shop. around the paywall. Dude, you have exclusive queer. And you know what?
Mind that I actually had a
That's
separate
the
video I was
dumbest shit
working on
ever.
with some of the little Vice City clip that we got the other day. People thinking the game's downgraded. It really is a lot right now. But full steam ahead. We're getting a lot of Grand Theft Auto 6 information. Rockstar Games finally going all out, and we should be seeing probably some more in the next day or so. I have to believe that a trailer 3 is on the way. But anyway, what do you make of all of this Grand Theft Auto 6 information? How are you feeling about the game? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below.
Well, I feel that shit. You know, it is kind of stupid to lock away half of the content, but you know, it was just $100. You were looking like, damn, is it really worth it to even buy GTA right now? You know, pre-order the game, and yeah, the game looks really nice. It looks really good, but I think most people are gonna be waiting for the multiplayer. The multiplayer is more popular, and you know, that's why you got a lot of role playing shit going on and all that stuff like that. That's, hey, are you gonna be waiting for the multiplayer, or you just gonna buy the game and just rock with it, play the story mode, or what y'all guys gonna do, bro? Shit. Anyway, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Let a nigga know down below, and I'll catch you later. What the hell?